from Colorado, you know, the days of being on the corner way gone. You know what I'm saying? You better not be doing that in Denver, boy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to jail.
It's hard.
You know, especially since the gentrification, bro. Like, man, you know, there's so many different people that came to the neighborhood and gentrified it, and they're trying to make it like whatever they moved here from.
Right.
And it's, you know, that's one thing horrible about the city that I just can't stand no more. Denver's gone. The new Denver ain't it. It ain't it for me.
What are some of the differences outside of like the regular gentrification and stuff like that?
Oh, the whole city, bro.
Yeah.
The whole city, like from mom and pop shops to, you know, family-owned restaurants. Like, you see all the diners went out of business.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
they
man,
put Chases there instead of the Denver diners.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole city, bro. Like,
Breakfast King.
Like, I remember, bro, when I was, like, that's why I liked Denver, bro, when I came here. First of all, it was cleaner. You know what I'm saying? It was cleaner, and it was real cool. And you could move around. You know what I mean? I didn't understand why it was so small, though. Like, goddamn, you go from the Sun Valley Projects and walk 20 minutes, and they'd be like, oh, brother, you know, we're in the north side now. We got to watch out. I'm like, what?
Right.
We just walked 4 blocks. What the hell happened? We just left the whole neighborhood in 4 blocks. You know what I mean? But,
right.
you know, I loved it, bro. Like, Federal would be dope, man. People would be outside chilling, Cinco de Mayo, chilling. Yeah, it had its bullshit, but, man, people be outside on Federal with kegs and partying and, like, back when, you know, in the early days, bro, when I was a teenager getting into nightclubs, bro, you had, like, places like Foxy's. Like, these nightclubs were just dope, man. Like, real hip-hop nightclubs, man. You have Foxy's and Baja Beach Club and all these spots, bro. They were dope. You know, DJ Clue would come through and DJ and shit. You know what I mean? Like, It was just dope. And I think... And then we had Carmelo Anthony over here, bro. You know, and I think he did a lot for the city, at least bringing some, you know, making the culture known.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, actually feeding into the culture that was here, you know, because he was into the lowriders and shit and working at lowrider shops and had barber shop. Like, he was feeding into actual Denver culture. Right. And then he left, and then the gentrification took over, and now we really ain't even got what do you call it? Like our everything that there was here is gone, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was gone. Like, we still got the Broncos, and we suck. You know, like,
the expectations were high as hell.
Oh man, it's gonna be. Doesn't matter. Like, Russ better get it together, man.
No facts. Okay.
Sean, what was the name?
Oh no, we call it Blue Flame.
So, we're talking about, you know, the Colorado culture, what happened with a lot of the, what do they call it, the fucking gentrification. Do you think a lot of that started coming when the weed got legalized? Or what do you think kind of changed and made that happen?
I don't know what, man. Definitely the weed fucked everything up, man. That shit fucked. I didn't like it, bro. I still really don't like it. If it's gonna be legal here, man, make this shit legal everywhere. You know, like, it ain't hurting nobody. If you could sell somebody plastic bottles of vodka, then you can definitely sell somebody a joint, bro. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, like these fools is out here drinking straight rubbing alcohol and winos and shit. You know what I mean? You don't see the people who smoking out there. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. If it's gonna be legal somewhere, they should just make it legal everywhere and get on with it. But I think that really did it, because that just brought a lot of people, like, at once. Right. It was already gentrifying, but when the weed came, it brought, so it might have been a mixture of people coming here at first, gentrifying the shit. Yeah. But when the weed came, it brought a bunch of Subarus. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I'm talking about? All of a sudden, all you seen was Subarus on the street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? And then you got bike lanes and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just a big ass Boulder. And I lived in Denver for a long time, and I never even went to Boulder. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, because everyone said don't go to Boulder, so I never went to Boulder.
Right.
And then, you know, Denver's just one big ass Boulder now, man. Like Peter, you got these motherfuckers out here tearing down parks to build a dog park. What the fuck?
Yeah.
We ain't got no PAL no more. We ain't got no more PAL in the city of Denver for these kids to play sports, bro.
Right.
Like,
PAL,
but
what do you mean by that?
the PAL League,
Oh, okay.
the Police Athletic League.
Okay.
That's who everyone played for when they was young here in the city of Denver. You know, so the PAL Athletic League, that's gone. They ain't even there no more. The building's closed.
Yeah.
You know, there's an abandoned building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying right there. And that's fucked up. But there's plenty of dog parks.
Right.
Like your dog can't shit in the backyard. You know what like your dog needs friends.
Right.
The fuck? You know, like
You're his friend.
what about these kids and ain't got nowhere to go?
Right.
You know, like you wonder why these kids is all popping pills and shooting pistols blinds because they ain't got nowhere to go.
Right.
They ain't got no, like the price of everything took out all the boxing gyms. There used to be a gang of boxing gyms on the west side, bro. All them shit is gone. PAL's gone. They ain't got no football, no more baseball, no, you know what I mean? So what do they got?
So
Not everybody's parent can afford to drive them 20 minutes to football practice 3-4 times a week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some might be able to make that happen, but most can't. You know, so that shit's gone, bro. And nobody seems to give a fuck. But they're the first ones to cry when something happens on their street.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, so and so, something happened down. Yeah. What the fuck? That dude should have been playing for the Cardinals, or you know what I'm saying. Instead,
Right.
he ain't got that. He ain't got a dad. He ain't got no football coach. What does he got? He's got a bunch of dope fiend rappers telling him it's cool to pop perks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got a bunch of dope fiend rappers telling him to drink syrup. These little fucking kids don't even know where to get no real drink. So all they're taking is fake shit, fentanyl and all this bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so that's what's fucked up, man. Like, they done fucked this city up, that weed shit.
Right.
And I really think that's what happened is everyone was kind of moving here and gentrifying because it's a beautiful place.
Right.
But then that weed happened. It brought a bunch of Subarus, bro. That's what I call them, a bunch of Subies. I remember when Plug came out here the first time. He goes, God damn, bro.
Yeah.
This is a motherfucker. What he say? He said something like, he said, pickle shots and Subies out in this motherfucker. Because we went downtown, bro, and we went to some street downtown. And they had some fucking place we went into. I don't know what the hell. They had a bunch of shots of pickles and
Yeah.
pickle shots or something. I was like, you
gonna
gonna
like Market Street or something.
it's something down there in that weird ass whole area. And there was like, man, you want a pickle shot? What the fuck? Hell no, I don't want no pickle shot. At first I was like, what the fuck is a pickle shot?
Yeah.
And then I see this big old thing sitting on, it's got a bunch of pickles floating in it, and
Right.
the shit's green. And I'm like, fuck no, I don't want that shit. Plug's a tourist, so Plug's like, hell yeah, I want a pickle shot. And he about threw up all over the bar, bro, and he drinks vodka. He was about threw her. He was like, what the fuck is this shit? And he's like, fucking Denver's weird, man. And then it was like April or something. It was warm. Then the next day it started snowing. And he was like, what the fuck is going on here? And yeah, it was, you know, but that's what we got now. But the same place we was down there drinking pickle shots 10 years ago would have had probably 2 or 3 hip hop clubs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it would have been dope, you know. I'm not the type of guy you're gonna catch me in a bar where they're serving pickle shots, bro. You know, like, show me where the Hennessy and the booty is.
Hell yeah. Okay. So, I kind of want to go back into one of the points you were making. You know, earlier in the interview you brought up you didn't really have a father figure, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
And then you kind of brought it full circle talking about how that kind of affects kids coming up, you know what I'm saying? They don't have as many options and they're led into like the streets and stuff like that. how do you feel like that kind of molded you? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily having a father figure and like getting into the streets, and like what are some things I guess you've seen from the streets that you grew and like made you into the man you are today?
And that's like 1,000 questions, that one.
My bad. Here,
Nah, we good. We good, bro. So, this is what I'll say. I'll just get down to it. So, when I was young, bro, I thought having a dad was just like I never understood. You know what I'm saying? So, that shit hurt. You know what I mean? And I remember being a young-ass kid saying, if I ever fucking have kids, like, I ain't going nowhere. So whoever has kids with me is lucking out, because they're gonna have a baby dad that's gonna ride it out for real. You know what I'm saying? Cause ain't nothing under this God's green earth is gonna keep me from being a dad, bro. You feel me? So that molded me right there, bro. And when it comes to not having a father, see, my mom's is 5'2", bro. You know, native drinks a lot, you know what I'm saying? She couldn't whoop me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here putting fools on their backs, you know, getting in fights all the time. You know what I'm saying? And what's she gonna whoop me? You know?
Right.
Like, I think if, you know, I think in a household, I think the mother should be the nurturing one.
Right.
You know, clean your knees off when you scrape your knees. Make you some food, you know, make you feel like real, like, you know, that you got that cushion. You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, a dad needs to be that one that stands there. No matter what you do, he's going to stand there. He's going to put it down. You know what I mean? So I think when a kid don't have that, there's two things that can happen. He's going to turn into a sissy, or he's going to be just too hard. And ain't no way in hell I was going to become no sissy, bud. So, you know, and my mom wouldn't have been having that anyways. My mom was with it. I remember, you know, if there's anything that got took from me when I was a kid, my mom was like, you better bring that shit right back here. Oh, there's 15 of them, mom. I don't give a shit. There's 20 of them. Better bring that bike back. I don't know who got my bike. You better go out there and find out. You know what I mean? So, but I think that right there, bro, is the biggest thing that a kid needs, bro. It needs that
balance.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You can't be a man if you don't take care of your kids, bro. So I think that goes right into the street shit, bro. So if I know nobody I love is gonna fuck me up for this, or even really be really disappointed to the point where I know that they're so disappointed that it hurts. Because that's another thing that'll teach a kid. You don't really got to always whoop their ass. Sometimes they need an ass whooping. But I think sometimes just letting the kid know that you're disappointed in that will teach them just as much as an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you have a mom that drinks and really don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's really no consequence. You know what I mean? And if you really ain't home as a kid, you really don't care if you're in and out of no juvenile shit. You know what I mean? It really don't fucking matter. You know, nothing matters. And so, I think that right there, not having a father, it doesn't matter where you're from. I think you're always going to find kids without fathers. No matter where you're at, what background, ethnicity, whatever it is, are always going to be, you know, a little more edgy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to break that cycle, bro. You know what I mean? And I know I broke that cycle, and I know there's no way in hell my son would ever leave his kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, that I think right there, bro. If you can't, you need that balance, bro. Everyone needs to step the fuck up and be a dad or a mom. You know what I mean? If you're that weak that you'll let your addictions take you away from being a fucking father or a mother, man, what? And that's what I hate to see too, bro. What I hate to see too, bro, is you know this motherfucker, like, you got a problem, you got an addiction, you know, you're addicted, you're an alcoholic, whatever, and they still having fucking kids, bro. Like, The fuck is wrong with you, man?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that shit drives me fucking nuts, bro. You know, back to the football shit. You got a lot of those. But now you ain't even got football coaches, bro. In the places that need them the most. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Jefferson County got one. Arapahoe County got it. Adams County got youth sports. Denver County, we ain't got it no more. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on my football team that I coached, there was a lot of kids that really didn't have, you know, fathers. Or maybe if they did, they wasn't involved like that.
Right.
You know, so being there and being able to kind of be that void was priceless, bro.
Yeah.
Priceless. I remember I had a big show in Atlanta, bro, and my kids was about to play like a playoff game or something. I said, fuck that show. I'll get more shows. I'm being a coach. You know what I mean? So, like, that shit's priceless. That shit's priceless. And I think motherfuckers need to step the fuck up. You know, if you got a problem, man, quit having fucking kids, man.